was born to be free.
Good morning! What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday, man. Happy mother in Tuesday. Who's in the chat? Guys, how do I sound? Let me know how I sound. As always, who is in the chat? Shouts out Rendell. Shouts out Charant. Shouts out Dak if you're in here. Eric, good morning, bro. Says 2 days in a row you're in this bitch. Been chilling Geo across the planet. Got no dry powder. Sitting on your hands wishing you could buy something. Maybe you'll win a boot camp. Hey, listen, Eric, bro. I hope you win, man. I hope you win. Welcome back. I know yesterday was your first day, or Yeah, yesterday was your first day, so I guess you like the content. I'm glad you're here, man. And listen, guys, as always, well, not as always, because I said I was going to do it this week. And I said I was going to do it this week, and then today's only the second day of this week. But every 100 likes I get, guys, this week on stream, this week only, every 100 likes I get, I'm going to do a bootcamp giveaway. So, if you like the content, if you like making money, if you like knowing what's going to happen, if you like the fact that I told you that this would happen and you saved your bag and you didn't listen to retail, then make sure you hit the like button because it's mutually beneficial. It helps me and it helps you. And we can, you know, get a nice Tesla yacht together and sail into the sunset together. All the boys. All the boys. Guys, good morning, man. Who's here? Who is here? I sound good? Sound is low. Oh. My bad. Is it better? Are we way better now? It should be way better. Let me know if I'm good. I should be good now. What's up, GeoBots? Man, R.I.P. R.I.P. I tell you. Listen, at the risk of sounding cliche, I'm very broke at the moment. I mean, very broke. Sold my fitness center and pick up this afternoon. Then I'll be back in the game. Hey, man, we're ready to have you back in the game. Ready to play. Let's get it. Brian says, hey, Geo, been a bit. Hope all is well. Brian, I am wonderful, man. Listen, I hope you are well. Things have been great over here on my end. Shouts out to PK. What's up, my brother? Welcome back. Virop, hello. Back at you. Back at you. What is this? Yeah, we're good. Back at you, man. All right, Gregory says, let's go. BR says, stay humble, work hard always, man. Listen, no matter how big I get, I will never forget where I came from. I came from nothing. I will never forget where I came from. Hi, good morning. Aeropump, good morning. Sounds good. Petersburg in the house. Sound is low. We already did that. Let me know. Am I good now? Better? Okay, cool. Glad to be here for sure. As always, nice music and watch 15 minutes. So bold. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about that, guys. We're going to talk about that. Hit the like 3 times. Yeah, let's see if we can get to a new all-time high of likes. Okay, guys, look. Let's play some recap here real quick. Let's play a recap. Okay, so VIP, first things first. I told you guys, look, actually forget VIP right now. Not that I don't appreciate you guys, but forget VIP right now. Guys, what happened? Let's recap, man. What happened? Okay, so yesterday my thumbnail for 12 hours was up and I said, guys, I mean, this isn't good. Okay, we talked about this yesterday. If this is your first time here, welcome. We talked very extensively on this dump that's currently happening, and you had plenty of notice. Okay, so you had plenty of notice. Now we're dumping. Okay, we had our high. Okay, fine, whatever. We already know what's been going on. Now I will say this: if you are completely lost in the sauce, then you know, welcome. Pay attention, stick around, hit the sub button, and you might learn a couple things. Is this my real chart? Yeah, this is my real chart that I trade on. Okay. Bro, just so you know, your ego is close to insufferable. Is that good or bad? My ego is close to insufferable. Insufferable. I actually genuinely don't even know if that's good or bad. You want to pump your bag of cannabis? Let's go. What up? Let's go. Okay, so yo, tell me, Ari, chill. I actually genuinely don't know. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Are you saying I have a big ego or I have a bad ego? Or a small ego, rather. Ego as big as my height. 5'2" 3/4. Guys, listen. So we dumped, man. Look, we dumped. Okay, we dumped. Fine, whatever. We talked about that. Yeah, what does insufferable mean? I don't know either, bro. I got no idea either. Okay, so hear me out. Look, we dumped and we broke structure to the downside. Okay, so look, we broke structure to the downside. It's all good, Dice. It's all good, bro. People gonna hate. It's all good. Listen, we broke structure to the downside. This is a very important break. Okay, we had our macro range. Let's dump all this. Let's dump all this curve. Let's dump this guy can stay in our order blocks here. This is local stuff, local stuff, local stuff. Local stuff. It's definitely a bad thing. Hey man, look, if it's a bad thing, hold on, your ego is straight, you can back it up. Hey man, look, you guys can have your opinion on me, whatever it is. I don't know what insufferable, like, in the context of the way this dude said it, I don't know, but it's all good, man. If you don't like the way that I trade, or you don't like the way that my ego is, then you don't need to watch, man. It's all good. It's all good. I hope that you find somebody where that can fit the ego that you're looking for, I guess. Anyways, look, enough of that. Daily time frame, guys. We had our macro range. Okay, we drew this out. We've been talking about our macro range for a very long time. Okay, let's dump this line, no longer important. Let's dump this line, no longer important. We were talking about this macro range, and sure enough, okay, this macro range has now broken structure to the downside. We talked about this yesterday. For the first time, okay, for the very first time in literally 4.5 months. And remember, we talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to go too much over it. I'm not going to go too much over it today. For the very first time in 4 months, we not only did we close below a macro swing low, but we even swept liquidity. We have not swept any liquidity, not even in SFP. We have not swept any liquidity for the past 4.5 months, okay? So was this move expected? It absolutely was. And in my VIP Discord yesterday, I was saying, as we continue to dump, I was like, guys, I don't know, man. I think it's going to go lower. And, you know, it did go lower, okay? Now, where are we currently bouncing from? Because I do think it's important. And I do think that it's important to have an idea as to where we might go, or where we are will determine where we may go next, okay? So we're going to talk about Market Cipher. We're going to talk about how Market Cipher looks here in just a minute. We're going to hide the macro stuff because we already know we broke the macro range low, okay? We already know we have a daily break of structure, which we'll talk about here in a second. But where are we currently bouncing from? Let's dump this line. We already know. Where are we bouncing from? Well, there's two places right now that my eye is on, okay? The first place is kind of where we're at because technically, we do have range-based demand here, as well as this naked daily point of control. My VIP Discord, y'all know I was talking about this naked daily point of control yesterday. Okay? We were talking about this naked daily point of control. We absolutely hit it. How many times did I say it? I updated this thing like 5 times yesterday. Look at this, right? Thicker the money flow, baby, I said. And look at this right here. Where is this? Naked daily point of control at 39.4. And then we actually ended up coming lower to the one at 38.8. Fine, cool. This naked daily point of control is no longer relevant. We were targeting it. Cool. We have range-based supply here. And so this is why we're getting our little bounce. Now, what do I expect to happen next? Well, I'm going to say this, guys. The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. We're going to talk about Market Cipher here in just a second. But what I expected actually to happen up here, which we fell a little bit lower, is to range, okay? I don't expect us to just get sucked back up to the upside here in like one day. No way, shape, or form do I expect that to happen. I do expect to form a range. Typically what happens, 9 times out of 10 what happens, whenever you have a large move, you start to range, okay? And so I do believe we can start to form another range in this area, which is why here on the 10-minute time frame, I have started to follow our little mini range here. Now, this is not the cleanest range, and this is not the it's not the cleanest range, and it's not the most developed range either. Remember where we came from, okay? We broke the first swing low for the very first time in 4.5 months. And not only that, but we yesterday confirmed the bearish break of structure on the daily time frame. We confirmed it. So the market is a little bit shook right now. Okay, market's a little bit shook. They thought buying the dip for, 4.5 months was not long enough, and they're still buying the dip And I want to just show you guys something real quick. What is this guy called? Ivan on Tech. This guy is a really popular guy. And someone in the Discord brought it to like my attention. And this guy, let's see if he took it down. Here, like, oh no, that was 3 months ago. Let's check his live. People said I'm wrong. Where is it? I'm gonna see it. Or did he take it down? Oh no, right here. Everyone is wrong about Bitcoin. I am buying. Okay. Now this guy doesn't trade like that. Okay. He doesn't like day trade or scalp or anything like that. But the only, and I'm not hating on him, okay? Because at the end of the day, I am bullish on Bitcoin. I do think Bitcoin is gonna break an all-time high eventually. So I didn't watch this video really, but I will say this. I want you guys to be careful looking at thumbnails and looking at videos like this, okay? Because there's two things going on. Number one, looking in hindsight is very easy, okay? It's harder to predict the market ahead of time, obviously. But you don't know, and number two, you don't know the context of this video. You just see I'm buying, and then you think, okay, let me buy right now. Whereas he could mean that he's dollar cost averaging in on this move down, which, I mean, I think it's too early to DCA personally. But my point is across the board, across the whole board, the sentiment that I've been seeing anyways is buy, okay? Buy the dip, buy the dip. And what's going to happen soon is when we start taking these lows, because guys, I'm telling you right now, we are overextended to the downside relative to like the past, let's say this month. We are overextended to the downside. However, relative to what Bitcoin has been doing, this is not even a retracement, guys. We haven't even started yet. The retracement has not even begun yet. So, when, not if, when we come and make a run for all of this liquidity, okay? When we do, let's hide the naked point of controls. When we make a run for all of this liquidity down here, and it doesn't mean it has to happen now. We could come up and take the high again before we come and take this. I'm not saying it's going to happen now. But when we come and take all this, because we will, and when we come and fill this, because we will, and we're sitting at 30K, we're sitting at 28K, we're sitting at 25K, you might even come as low at, we might even take the low again. We might even break 15K. When that happens, just like these thumbnails, okay? Just like these thumbnails, you're going to start seeing these thumbnails to the downside. And it's going to say emergency, Bitcoin is crashing, Bitcoin is going to zero. And when you start seeing that, that is when you are starting to buy. I'm going to ask you a question that I bring up all the time, we talk about all the time. If 95% of retail loses, why are you listening to retail? Why are you learning from retail? Why are you listening to this dude? And look, I'm in the same camp. You could say, Gio, why would I listen to you? And my answer is, why would you? You're right. But trading is a balance of probabilities, and you need to decide on your own whether or not you want to enter the market or exit the market based on what you believe. Not on what I believe, not on what Ivan on Tech believes, or anyone else that posts these thumbnails, okay? I just want to put that out there. Just be careful when you're looking at these things, because a lot of the times you don't have context, and a lot of the times these guys don't, man. Hindsight is 2020, man. Hindsight is 2020. Look, I've been bearish since 38K. I have been bearish this whole past month and a half. I've been bearish. Okay, this whole move looked disgusting to me, and I was bearish the whole way. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect and I know everything. I'm not going to sit here and say that, hold on, where is it? My ego is close to insufferable, because I can admit when I'm wrong. But just be aware, guys, okay? Just be aware. So we're bouncing from this little range-based supply, okay? Nothing really fancy is going on, man. Honestly, when you have a big move like that, it's very important to not FOMO. It is very important to not think that you're missing anything. And because you know what? Let me give you a perspective right now that not many people think, okay? FOMO is the funniest thing ever, okay? Because human nature suggests, or like it is in our human nature to FOMO. Okay, it's in our human nature, whatever. Think about, I want you, next time you're feeling the FOMO, I need you guys to listen to me right now. Like literally listen to what I'm about to say. I've never said this before. Next time you guys are feeling the FOMO. Okay, somebody mentioned that, look, for example, Carolina Crypto. Shouts out to Carolina Crypto. I like your dog. says, got greedy yesterday and lost. What does your risk management look like? We'll go over that. But I want you guys to hear this, okay? Because a lot of it is market psychology. This is how they move the market. It's all market psychology. And when you guys are experiencing FOMO, I want you to think like this, okay? If you're not in the market and you're feeling FOMO, I want you to think there are people that are in the market that are feeling regret, okay? It is way better to not be in the market than be in a losing position. I think we can all agree on that. That is the most like, hello, Geo, Captain Obvious. But think of the emotion, okay? When you are panicking and you are freaking out because you're not in a position, people are panicking and people are freaking out because they are in a position, because they listen to those thumbnails that say, I'm buying, and then we rip to the downside, okay? So this is how we're going to combat FOMO. I need you guys to understand this. Okay. Let's talk about what's happening locally. So macro, we already know what's going on. Let's talk about what's happened. I can't admit when I'm wrong. It's happened once or twice. No, I've been wrong, man. I've been wrong. Geo's the only thing you're bullish on. Man, Eric, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everyone gets comfortable expecting every dip. Yeah, man. Like, pain is coming. I don't even think we started yet. But again, like I just said, we are a little bit overextended to the downside, right? So we could get some kind of retracement. So on the daily time frame, we talked about how for the first time we broke bearishly. Okay, we broke bearishly and we closed bearishly. So now, what can we expect? Well, market structure is as follows. We have our low, we have our high, higher low, higher high. Right? I'm not going to get into the little details and do all that. It doesn't matter. The thing already happened, okay? Boom. Break of structure to the bearish side. So what happens after we have a bearish structure? Wherever Bitcoin finds its footing, whether it's from this range that we're forming right now, or whether it's a little bit lower, which we're going to talk about here in a second, we are to expect a lower high to then make a lower low. And in my opinion, this is going to be the easiest trade of the, let's say, quarter, okay? If Bitcoin all of a sudden from here decides to pump up to like 44, 46K, okay? And I will be posting these levels later. It's a little bit too soon to be talking about them. But if we get this kind of head and shoulders formation, this is going to be the easiest short. Now that we have closed bearishly on the low, now that the daily time frame is a confirmed break of structure to the downside, we are going to short the living hell out of Bitcoin because the clues are in the chart. The clues are suggesting that we're not going to come up and take the high again. We could, but we have the tip off. Remember, in my YouTube videos, especially the last 3, I teach you guys to find where the momentum shifts, okay? We are trying to identify when they shut the jets off on the rocket. This is a rocket. Okay, it looks like a ghost. We are looking for when they are shutting the jets off. And it looks like, as of now, they shut the jets off. Remember, the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. We had thick money flow. We had many divergences. And now, for the first time when we came to this high, which we talked about a couple weeks ago, we had a momentum wave divergence as well as a money flow divergence. So what can we expect on Market Cipher B? The next green dot will take us to wherever it may take us to then potentially put in our lower high. This next red dot, we can short it to all hell. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is not in a bull market. We are not in a bull market. There is no way, in my opinion, that they are going to give you guys the easiest, like they're just going to keep pumping it from here and, you know, all the ETF, all the BlackRock stuff and all that. There's no way that that's going to happen, in my opinion. I don't think this is a bull market. I believe we will absolutely, easily see 30K again. And let me just bring your attention to this one chart, and then we'll do local stuff, because I'm seeing you guys are talking about the local stuff. But goddamn. Oh, actually, it is on my Twitter. Oh my, hold on. Let me just log in here. Okay. As seen on my Twitter, got me in love again. Okay, I did post this where I said excruciating pain would be down here at 248. Max pain would be down at 19.6. And then death would be taking the low again. Okay, and I said I'm down to die. So just keep that in mind, guys. That's the more macro stuff. Let's pay attention locally now at what's going on, okay? Because I see you guys are talking about the divs and stuff. So we are simply just in our range, okay? Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. We're just in our range, okay? Nothing to get upset about or freak out about. Remember what I said. There are people that are FOMOing that wish they weren't. And you are, if you're FOMOing and you're not in a position, fine, cool. So we're simply forming a range. We are just to trade the range now. I mentioned there was a naked daily point of control here that we tapped, and we are in an order block. Now let's look at market Cipher B. This morning, guys, I was in the VIP stream. Okay, we did a VIP stream for VIP members. And I mentioned that this could be a potential low based on the way that money flow was looking. Let's start on the 1 hour. Okay, let's start on the 1 hour. What do we know? What's the number one rule, guys? The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. We already know we just put in a new macro low, and we already know that after we put in a macro low, we can expect a lower high. So maybe this is the low, and maybe we come up to like 46K. It is very possible, okay? Very, very possible. Now, obviously, it's too early to talk about that. The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. What do you see here? What is the rule? What is the rule, guys? I hope you've seen my video. What is the rule? The rule is, if money flow is very thick, you are allowed to long on the third tap, okay? It is a market Cipher strategy that I called the 1, 2, 3 tap. You are allowed to long on that tap. So let's count the taps. Let's come down to the 30, actually. It might be cleaner on the 30. Okay, let's count on the 30, right? Money flow is very thick. Very, very thick. But let's count on the 30, okay? We have, in this case, when money flow gets as thick as it did, I like to, you guys know, I like to count big waves as opposed to, like, for example, this being a 2 and this being a 3. Okay, I like to count them as bigger waves. So we have 1 wave, 2 waves, 3 waves, okay? And so this is our 1, this is our 2, and this here is our 3. But let's take a look at what happened to our 3 tap. What's interesting about the 3? Why is the 3 different than the 2? Not only is the rule, the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences, and not only are we allowed to start looking for longs when we're on the 3 tap, which we were at the lows here, but locally on the 1 hour time frame, money flow is also starting to diverge. Okay, money flow is also diverging while we are at this low. So we have our 3 tap, and not only do we have our 3 count, but we also have our money flow divergence as well when we're coming to this low. So objectively, on the 30-minute time frame, things look good to go to the upside. Remember, we are, at least in the context of the last couple weeks, we are overextended to the downside, right? We fell about 25%. Finally, the first time that we fell to the over 25% since 2011. This was the longest Bitcoin ran without dumping 25%. Finally, right? So the money flow is thick. We had the divergences, fine. Shouts out to Adrian in the VIP who said this morning, gee, we got the 1, 2, 3 tap on the 30 minutes. So shouts out to you. So the 30 looks good. Okay, let's check the 15. The 15 is looking very good. Okay, 15 is looking very good. Where could you have entered? How could you have entered? Well, we know that money flow is, the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. And we know over time, the money flow is increasing. So money flow is diverging. Okay, money flow is diverging on the 15. What do we do whenever we have a big pump or a big dump? We start to range, usually, right? We're going to range. And after we range, you just play the range like we play any range. Now, this is still a baby range. We're just developing the range right now. Okay, so we could easily come back and take the low again. I'm not saying long right now. You play the range. Remember, we're in a very macro level, so we need to be a little bit careful with our market structure. We need to be careful, okay? We need to be careful. Now look, money flow momentum looks good on the 15. Okay, money flow momentum looks good on the 15. On the 1 hour, we have also what I would consider an ever so slight 1, 2, 3 tap. So things look good on the 1 hour as well. Now, I haven't taught you guys this, but on my next video, okay, in my next video, I am going to, I don't use Market Cipher and Crypto Faces and like Nick Cipher's definitions of like the anchor trigger. I don't do that personally. Nothing wrong with it, but my style of trading and my like 1, 2, 3 tap strategy and the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. Like nobody taught me that. I have learned that by staring at this indicator for the past 3 years. Okay, so I have redefined these momentum waves essentially. And in my next YouTube video, which I'm probably going to record today, I am going to teach you what these waves are. Okay, how do I identify them? I basically call them significant or insignificant waves. And this on the 1 hour time frame is a significant wave. Okay, again, it's going to be in my YouTube video, but you'll know. This 2 hour is a significant wave. The 3 hour is a significant wave. The 4 hour is a significant wave. The 6 hour is a significant wave. Okay, so remember this. When you are looking across all your time frames and you say, all right, 15 money flow and momentum is coming up, 30 money flow and momentum is coming up, 1 hour we're getting the 1, 2, 3, and like the 6 hour we have a significant wave, we can have confidence in our trade. Now I want to bring something to your attention. I'm gonna talk about it in the YouTube video. I know you guys don't fully get it right now because I haven't explained it. I haven't taught you guys it, but it's coming. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And by the way, guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 135 people in here. I've been talking nonstop for 30 minutes and I only have half the likes. Guys, at 100 likes, I'm giving away a boot camp. So if you guys want to learn, and it's completely free for you to do it, hit the like button. Okay. On this, you could, and okay, sorry. Let me get back to it. Now you could say, Gio, I thought you said the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. The money flow is thick on the 6 hour, and you're right. You are absolutely right. But you need to remember where you are in terms of your oscillator and in terms of your time frame oscillation. So remember, your 1 hour, your 15-minute moves like this. Your 6 hour relative to the 15 moves like this. And so perhaps you're here on the 6 hour while the 15 is looking good. You're here on the 6 hour you're here on the 6 hour to only put in another red dot here, which would take us lower, right? Because the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. And so what if we come up to here, or we come up to here? Let's hide all these doodles. Walk it like I talk it. Okay, so look, we're at the low, and again, you guys will know this is a significant wave. I haven't taught you it yet, but this is a significant wave. I need to know where you are in terms of the cycle, in terms of time, the oscillation. So what if this is, remember, the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. So what if we get this? What if we have our divergence like this? What if we go like this? Right? Which is possible. This would be a nice divergence, right? Very possible, because the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. But you need to remember, we're on the 6 hour time frame right now. So how much time do you have in between like this low to the next red dot? Let's just say 2 days. So maybe for the next 2 days we go up, and then we come back down once we start getting divergences on like the 15 and on the 30-minute again, because the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. So you can start to see how some time frames will leak into other time frames. Okay, I hope so anyways. Now guys, let me just add here while we're here, if I'm confusing you, I apologize. Did I explain? Yes, I do explain all this in the boot camp. I explain all of this in the boot camp. Let me just, since you asked, Coconut Head from Nets Declassified. Guys, I have 4 boot camps currently, okay? Market structure, key zones and building the narrative, order blocks, and the fan favorite, so it seems, is the Market Cipher B and Time Frames boot camp. Okay? This, and this is the disclaimer, man. I've said it many times. This boot camp is very comprehensive. It is very extensive. It is very difficult. It is not so easy. Okay? It is not so easy. I do believe it's worth the money. I believe that nothing like this is on the internet. because I was unable to find it anywhere else. I developed this myself. This entire bootcamp is all 100% me. Nobody taught me the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. Nobody taught me the 1, 2, 3 tap. This was a result of me staring at Market Cipher for 3 years. So if you want to get a jump ahead on 3 years of staring at this indicator, this is a 4-hour masterclass, 4-hour bootcamp about Market Cipher B, and you can click on the link in the description and purchase it if you are interested. In addition to that, I'm also doing a bootcamp giveaway at 100 at every 100 likes we get this week. I'm doing a bootcamp giveaway, so you could win whichever one of these you want for free. Okay, you can win it for free if you want it. If you want it that bad, all you gotta do is hit the like button. You could win it, and we will be doing the giveaway. Okay, we will be doing the giveaway. All right, let me check comments, man. I gotta catch my breath. I gotta take this thing off. It's hot. I gotta catch my breath. Take my breath, oh, and make it last forever, babe. Do it now or never, baby. Take my breath. Okay, let me catch up on the comments here, because we've been talking for a hot second. For a hot minute here. So guys, take a look, man. We're in our range. You just trade the range now. You look to short the top of the range. You look to long the bottom. Now we have a nice high. Okay, we got a nice high here. We know we're in a potential macro support zone. Potentially. Not macro, but like you could get a decent pump off of here. So you just play the range. When you come back to the low, you look to long it. If you want to look for order blocks, you can look for order blocks. If you want to keep things a little bit easier, a little bit more retail, you pull the fib. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. You could say, all right, if we come down to here, I'm going to look to long it, right? You just play the range. You just play the range. Okay. His ego is fine, bro. Don't be a snowflake. Yeah, whatever. Apparently, if me teaching you guys this means that I have an ego, then sure, I can live with that. I have an ego, but learn from my ego, I guess. Bitcoin is insufferable. I actually whoop. I actually think Bitcoin hasn't even started the dump yet, man. We haven't even started. Every time you miss a move, you watch the people getting liquidated and smile. Oof. Mystic Ruin. Listen, bro, we don't wish bad on other people, but being not in a position is way better than being liquidated. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. Okay, 1 hour RSI. I don't look at RSIs, Ben. I don't really watch RSIs. I don't like them. 5-minute chart looks good. Yeah, so okay, let's follow market structure here real quick. So we came down, right? High, low, high, low, high, low. And then now we just broke bullishly. Okay. So the 5-minute structure right now is agreeing with Market Cipher B, in that we could get a decent move to the upside. We could see money is clearly curving up, right? And we had our divergence. So like this looks honestly clear as day, because this swept liquidity, right? We swept liquidity. We didn't SFP it, but that's okay. We swept liquidity, and then we broke bullishly on the 5 immediately. So we should be looking for longs. And right off the bat, where can I see us potentially getting a bounce for our longs? We have a nice order block here. Where else? Let's get this gray. Let's turn that gray. What else do we got? Okay, we could even come all the way down to here. We could. Okay, so these are our points of interest right now. These are absolutely our points of interest. One last point of interest that we have. This order block we don't need anymore. We know where we are. One last point of interest is this range-based supply. Or sorry, range-based demand. So these are my points of interest. 1, 2, and really anywhere from this box, if local structure, like 2-minute structure, if we come down here and then 2-minute structure or Market Cipher B looks really nice, then I will say, all right, man, we might be able to catch a nice long here. And this is why I say, guys, don't FOMO. Just play the range. Look, we're just in a range. As soon as you build your range, you're not gonna FOMO, because you're literally not gonna FOMO, because when you're in your range, it gives you context. The reason people FOMO is because they don't have context. Now, even though we had a huge move down, we know that 39.4 is high and 38.5 is low. We know this. So now you have context. It makes it a lot easier. Tommy Luck says, just in his defense, Ivan was saying at the end of 2022, I'm buying. Hey, listen. I'm not here to come after Ivan specifically. Okay, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. The whole point to me talking about that and that thumbnail is a lot of the time people will see a YouTuber, they will see their thumbnail, and then they'll think that it's gonna happen immediately, and they also don't understand the context, right? Like, Ivan is saying he's buying, and he could buy here, he could buy at 30, he could buy at 20, and then it could go to 100, and then he'll like, oh, he's right. You know, he's right. Cool. And yeah, like I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the long run as well, right? Because history suggests that we're gonna take the high again eventually. My point to that whole thing was like, you guys don't know the narrative. You guys don't know the context, rather, right? I could tell you right now I'm selling. But I'm selling this top and I'm scalping it. And then I get out here, and then you guys, by the time you see it, price is down here, and then you short from here, and then it shoots up to 45K, and you're like, Gio, what the hell? Like, it's all about context. That's all I meant by it, by the way. Okay. Whew. I'm out of breath, man. I'm out of breath. You never heard anyone else talk about Mr. Market Maker, and you now realize there's really nothing more important. Bro, Eric, the market, it costs money for the market to move. Okay, the market makers are moving the price, and it costs them money to move the price. So the only thing you need to watch is the money, which is the vector candles. That is the only thing. That is the number one indicator. The vector candles. All right. Wait, you don't get notifications for stream? You should, bro. You should. If you're in the Discord, under the YouTube section, where is it? Here, it adds everybody, so you should get it. Okay, do we have the boot camp? Guys, we're 5 likes away. 5 likes away from the boot camp giveaway. 1 hour is still looking good above 38. You're calling 37.9. We could come lower, guys. We could. Is there any way we could see money flow without market cipher? Yeah, you could ask people in the Discord to share their market cipher. Look, I'm going to be honest. There are alternatives. They're not as good as market cipher. You could probably get away with using like the alternatives, but they're not as good, obviously. But I say this all the time. There are many of us in the chat, many of us that have market cipher, and I can't speak for them, but I don't mind sharing it. So if you're ever like, Gio, can I get money flow on the 15? I will absolutely share the picture if I'm around and I see it or whatever. Volume weighted momentum waves are better. Market cipher waves are just an animation of MACD. I don't know the like coding behind it, but it works for me, man. It works for me. Hey, Trader Gio, I'm in your Discord. I can't participate as phone confirmation is required. Could you contact someone in order to get in without confirmation? I gotta think, man. Honestly, I gotta think about it. The reason we did that is because there's so many scammers, and I gotta think about it, bro. Listen, reach out to the mods. Reach out to one of the mods, and then yeah, and we'll talk about it. Why does increased money flow increase potential for divergence? It doesn't. The thicker the money flow, if that's what you're referring to, the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. And the reason why it does that is because we are trying to identify when they shut the engines off. My last 3 videos, not live streams, my last 3 videos, 1, 2, and 3, are a series. These 3 videos are listen, these 3 videos alone is so much information on market cipher. If you are struggling with market cipher, 1, 2, and 3, watch these videos, okay? Even before you buy the bootcamp, if you guys are gonna buy the bootcamp, watch those 3 videos and decide A, if you like my teaching style, but B, if the information is valuable to me. Crypto Jack says, I love you, man. You do a nice job. Thank you, man. I love you harder. Gio, is there any way to check money flow? I already answered that. Drop it. It's only gonna pump 1K. Big egos come from big success. But where is the big ego? He's humble AF. Well, a minus 20% is a started move. Yeah, I mean, look, Eric, bro. It's not, I'm not going to say that we haven't dumped at all, but we are so overextended, like so overextended that a minus 20% move hasn't even produced, or sorry. It took a 20% move to sweep the very first swing low in 4 months. Like, that's how overextended we are. That it took a 20% move to just tap the very first swing low that we're tapping in 4 months. That, you know? Oh, don't forget my amazing disclaimer. You are right. Hold on. Guys, disclaimer. All content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Gio is an incompetent 5'2" 3/4" wannabe singer and definitely not a financial advisor. Mind you, also, let me just add, apparently I have a very huge ego, so let me add that to the disclaimer as well. Crypto is a scam. Making money online is impossible. Justin Trudeau is a virgin. Perma-bulls are liberals. Always do your own research. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you for the reminder, bro. Thank you. Gio, have I used NAMI indicator? I have not. I don't know what that is. I have a question, Gio. You know the concept of when retail is selling, market makers going long. What happens in the case of Luna? That's just a very good question, Mr. G. And the answer is I have no idea. That's the truth. I'm going to be very non-egotistical and say I honestly don't know. If it's going to, like, it's like, that is an anomaly, and I would be lying to you if I gave you any other answer besides I have no idea. I have no clue. Couldn't tell you. You could say in theory that those vector candles are going to get recovered. And let me just say, guys, I did not create vector candles. All that I learned when it comes to market makers and market psychology and vector candles and everything else is from Tino. Okay, I'm not taking credit for it. Come to YouTube. Go to Traders Reality. This guy is a genius. And if I ever have the opportunity to speak with this man, I will be so, like, humble. Like, man, this guy changed my life. He changed my whole perspective on the markets. You want to learn from not me as well? This guy 100% I am behind. Okay, so and when Luna happened, he talked about the dump, and I was still learning at the time, so I didn't know at all what I know now. But he even said, he's like someone asked Tino, are these vectors gonna get recovered? And he's like, bruv, I don't know about this one. You know, so I really don't know. I really don't know. Okay. I'm out of breath, man. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. Thumbnails are confusing. Yeah, they can be misleading. I wouldn't say confusing, but they could be misleading. Market Cipher B, money flow. You've kind of cracked it. It's basically a smoothing average. Bro, you know what? If you find something that works, a lot of people think you just change the MFI to 60 and you use Heiken and sheet candles. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about coding. I do not know the first thing about coding. So I have no idea, but I can only speak for Market Cipher, which, by the way, guys, since we're here, let's say this. First of all, we hit 102 likes, which means we're going to do a bootcamp giveaway, and we're going to do it here in a second. So thank you for supporting me for absolutely free. Another way you can support me for absolutely free is by signing up to my Mexi link, okay? It is no additional cost to you, and all it does is put your trading fees in my pocket instead of theirs, and it's a free way to support me and a free way to support the channel. So I very much appreciate anybody that decides to use my Mexi link. In addition to that, Market Cipher B, I have a 20% off code. Guys, I'm good friends with Market Cipher now. I talk to them every other day or so. They're really cool people, let me just say that. Shouts out Nick, shouts out Flopping Groper, shouts out CryptoFace. Anyways, 20% off discount code with my affiliate link. The link is in the description. And of course, as always, guys, anybody that helps support me, I very much appreciate you. Okay. Gio, where did I learn to trade? I took Jason Casper's course. I took Tino's course. Well, I didn't take Tino's course, but I've seen bits and pieces of Tino's course, which is Traders Reality. And then I combined my knowledge on Market Cipher B. So I learned I just took the bits, and I think most traders take the bits and pieces of the best from what they like until they find their own style. So I don't trade exactly like Jay. I don't trade exactly like Tino. And the Market Cipher B is all me. I've basically redefined everything that I've learned, and I've made it simple, and I've give you guys that information simply. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I take the best from everybody, and then I have my own way of kind of doing it. And it's been a long process, but we're here now. And it wasn't very long ago, and I say this all the time, it was not very long ago where I was on your side of the screen trying to figure this game out. And I say this every time. I say this at least once a week. If I could do it, you could do it. So stick with it if you're struggling. What is an alternative indicator than Market Cipher? Man, probably Vu Manchu, or like I think Market Liberator. You could pay $1 and you can get Market Liberator. All it is it's a donation, but I don't know. I don't use it, so I can't advocate for it. I know the ins and the outs of Market Cipher because I watched this thing for 3 years on the 1 minute time frame. Yes, on the 1 minute time frame. Nice one for your honesty. Well, they killed the coin off anyway and it started fresh. You tried asking Tino, but he didn't see the questions. Not all coins. Yeah, so I saw Tino answer it, and he basically said he doesn't know either. You find me very much like Daniel from Chart Champions without the order flow replaced with indicators. So this is funny because I've never actually watched Chart Champions myself, but I just subscribed to them yesterday, or him yesterday. I don't know if it's them or him. Because I learned, which is funny, I learned that Jay learned from Chart Champions, and I learned from Jay. So now I sub to Chart Champions, and you know, just to get another perspective. Guys, it's a lot. I think it's important to not clutter yourself with so many different YouTubers, because opinions are like assholes and everyone has one. And if half the people are saying we're going to go up from here, half the people are saying we're going to go down from here, it can be confusing. But if you're all within the same, like, we'll call it family, even though, you know, I hope you know what I mean by that, then I think it's okay, right? I think it's okay. So I'm going to check them out. You're so lucky to meet me in real life. The Biden campaign was fire. You agree we could see a huge dump? More lows could be swept. Oh, man, we're going to... If anyone thinks... And I said this from... Guys, listen. I've been bearish since the end of November. Since 38K, I've been giga bearish, okay? Obviously, that did not play out. Okay? Obviously not. I sold my Solana. I sold all of my Solana at like $62. It doubled. Okay? So I'm not always right, but the signs were there. The signs were there to go down. And so I don't regret it. And I didn't FOMO because, you know, Joe, you've been speaking to Mystic this morning. You're gonna crack it. Hey man, if you do, good luck, bro. Hey bro, love your teachings. Just bought the bootcamp bundle this morning. Your free stuff has helped you a lot. Thanks. Question: do you pay full price for the other bootcamp, building the narrative? Well, the new one is not included in the bootcamp bundle. But Douglas, DM one of my mods. DM one of my mods and we'll chat, okay? Market maker never lose. Correct. Market makers don't lose. Bro, what was the turning point for me? The turning point, so I was working a corporate job and I was trading, but I wasn't scalping the way that I scalp now. And then I just I was making money, but you know, I was winning and I was losing. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm good at my job. Like, I was really good, like, at my corporate job. And I was like, usually I'm good at things. Like, I don't do things I'm not good at. Or maybe I just get good at the things that I do. And I don't mean that in like a cocky way, but like, I'm like, I can figure this out. Like, if other people can do this, other people are doing this, then why can't I do it? Like, 100% I believe I could do it. And so I had some money working at a corporate job, and I'm like, you know what? I'm winning and I'm losing, but I was good at my job. And I was like, if I just put that energy towards trading, then I'll do that. And so I left my job. I hated it anyways. I left my job. I went back to school for marketing. And while I was in school for marketing, like the off times, I was just trading like properly because I didn't have to focus. Like, it was like a boot camp that I did. It was online. And I was just trading throughout that whole like term. And shit started to like work out well for me. And so I kind of just like dove right in, and I even tried to find a job in marketing. This is actually how my YouTube started. I tried to find a job in marketing. I couldn't find, it's so hard to find work. I couldn't find any work. I didn't have a portfolio. I wasn't in school anymore, and so I couldn't intern anywhere. And I'm like, you know what? Like, these guys don't care about school projects that you do. They care about like real life stuff. So I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube. And I was in a few different Discords, and people were not understanding Market Cipher. They're like, yeah, I think we're going to go up. And I'm like, dude, we are so not going to go up. And I was like, let me just try this. So I did my first Market Cipher lesson, which is my very first video on YouTube. And the logic behind it was I'm going to try to build a portfolio for my marketing and see how big I can get this thing. And here we are now, 8 months later. I had none of this was like planned. I didn't like sit and plan any of this. This all just kind of happened. And so I don't know, man. I believe everything happens for a reason. And I believe that the good Lord did not find me any work so that I can do this. And that's kind of it. Any alts I'm buying on the dip? Nah, bro. I'm not touching any alts. I'll scalp them, but I'm not buying any. And I'm not buying anything until Bitcoin touches like less than 30K. Until and to be honest, guys, Bitcoin can come and take the low again. Bitcoin could be at 10K by like August. Or sorry, by like April. I'm not saying that it's going to be, but it can. Okay, it can. One of the rules that I teach on Market Cipher B, very simple, very, very simple. You see a dot, you see a red dot, you look to the left and you look for the vector candles, okay? This red dot, you look to the left, this can get recovered. This can get recovered. This can get recovered. I'm not saying it's going to be, but it can. It's a very simple rule, and it works very well in a range, and it works very well on lower, not lower, but like lower term time frames. Let's come on the 4 hour and look at how easily illustrated this is on the 4 hour, right? Look, red dot, look to the left, we have green vectors. Those vectors got recovered. Green dot, look to the left, we have a red vector. That red vector got recovered. Red dot, look to the left, this green dot got or green candle got recovered. Green dot, this red vector got recovered, right? Down, recovered. So that's why vector candles are so powerful. Look at this one. This is a perfect example right here. Green dot, we have 3 green vectors. Cool. We get a red dot. Look, let's go back in time. I think I've showed this before. You go back in time and you say, all right, we have 3. We're about to print a red dot. Now we have a red dot. Now, no matter what, whether it plays out or not, no matter what, you have to say price can come and recover it. It's not going to. I'm not saying it's going to, but it can. You cannot be ignorant to say, oh man, no way. Bitcoin's not going to pump or money flow. Watch this. Watch this. Money flow's coming up. Bitcoin's not going to dump $2,500. Money flow's coming up because that's what I was taught. My answer to that is incorrect. If you see a red dot, you look to the left. If you see green vectors, they can come and get recovered. And look, look at that, bang. And I'm very well aware. I am very well aware that it doesn't always happen, and that this example, it just happened to happen in this example. It happened to happen, but it doesn't always happen. But in this one, it did. And now look, you get a green dot, you look to the left. Where's your red vectors? Bam, recovered. Very easy, very easy. Pick a time frame. Find your, look at this right now, currently. We have a green dot and we have red vectors above us. So it is irresponsible for you to say that it can't get up here. It absolutely can. It absolutely can. And that's why I say all the time, guys. I say all the time. Vector candles are a hack. Shouts out Tino. Vector candles are like having goggles that can see through clothes. Okay? It's crazy, bro. Bro, you are like a crypto love child between Jay and Tino, but Brooklyn style. Thank you, man. I learned a lot from both of them, right? That's like kind of where it came from. Ended up selling your Solana around 60. Felt bad. Bro, I didn't even feel any ways about it. I made money. I bought Solana at like $8 or $12 or something. I rode it up to $60. Then it went to 125. But you know how you're gonna stop? You know how you're gonna stop FOMO? In addition to flipping your mindset, saying, wow, people FOMO'd and they're losing. People wish that they could FOMO out. In addition to that, if you just get good at trading, you're not gonna feel any FOMO anyways. Because like, there's no way to know that Solana was gonna go from $60 to 120. But I'll tell you this, I shorted Solana at 126 or 124. I don't remember where I shorted it. Where am I short from? I shorted it from 124, okay? So if you can get good at trading, however much money that you would have made on that Solana if you didn't sell it, you could have made it an A on the way down, and not just A on the way back down. You could have made it on every like upswing and downswing in that. So never FOMO, because if you can just focus on the trading part of it, you'll make a lot more money than if you held Solana from 60 to 120. Yeah, it's 100% cool. If you know how to leverage trade, you can get 100% a day easily. Okay. Takes guts to make the jump on your own. Congrats. Thank you, man. What was the thing that helped me go from struggling to going profitable? Justin, well, basically I got wrecked. I got absolutely destroyed in the market. And then I said, and by the way, I've blown up many accounts, okay? Many accounts. I've lost thousands of dollars, okay? I've lost maybe like 25K, something like that. Nothing like 200K like some of these other guys, but you know, 25K is still 25K or 20K or whatever it was. And I was like, you know what? I'm determined. There are people that are doing this. I'm going to learn this game. I'm going to stop. I'm going to discipline myself. I'm going to stop the FOMO. I'm going to stop thinking and chasing every single move. And I'm just going to watch and I'm going to learn. And that's really what it was, man. That's literally what it was. It was a lot of practice. Okay, guys, let's do the giveaway, man. Let's do the giveaway because I've been teasing it. Not teasing it, but sorry, we got a little carried away with our conversation here. Let's do the giveaway, guys. Let's do the giveaway. So, guys, this is what we're going to do for the giveaway, okay? You know what? Know that I will. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna post a reel right now, a YouTube short. I'm gonna post a YouTube short. Distance and the time between us, it'll never change my mind, cause baby, I will die for you. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not ready. We'll do the YouTube short tomorrow. Okay, guys, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to yesterday's live stream. Okay, not today's. You're gonna go to yesterday's live stream. I'm gonna post the link right now. I'm gonna drop the link. Okay, Dak's in the house. What's up, Dak? Guys, go to this video, okay? Click on that video. Drop a comment on that video. I don't care what the comment says. The comment can say whatever you want. Geo sucks. Geo has an ego. Geo is sexy. Geo's ugly. I don't care. Whatever you guys want to say. But it has to have... Which emoji should we drop for the gang? Let's say it has to have... It has to have this star eye emoji, okay? It has to have this star eye emoji. Anything you guys want, you can write anything you want. Has to have this. Give away the bundle. I might give away the bundle at 5K followers. We're like 1,000. We're like 1,200 away. Maybe I'll do it at 5K. Okay, guys, star eyes on that video. Any comment you want, you can write anything you want. Make sure you like the video. If you do not like it, then it will not count, okay? It will not count. What time is it right now? It is 11:19. I will give it until 11:25. Go to that video, drop a comment. Just don't say insufferable. Yeah, man, like, whatever. I don't care, actually. Say whatever you want. I don't really care. Y'all can say what you want. Had to go through a lot as well. Lost a lot of money, lost friends, no more bullshit going out and stuff. You have to take this really seriously. Yeah, shouts out to Faisal, one of my OGs. And absolutely, man, absolutely. I don't even go out really anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't see my friends anymore. My Discord people are my friends because my friends in real life don't trade. Listen, I basically let trading completely consume me until I learned it. Like, completely consume me. Like, trading at first ate me up and spat me out. And then I decided, you know what? Nah, this is not how it's gonna go. This ain't how it's gonna end. Okay, so we're in our range-based demand right now. We already know that it's here, so we're gonna delete it. But it looks like we're breaking through our first point of interest, which was our point of control. Let me just check one thing on the up volume here. Yeah, we gotta see. It has to be a star eye emoji. The star eye emoji. What's friends? Yeah. Is my entry criteria and stop loss also in a market Cipher V bootcamp? That's what you're struggling with? Well, Gregory, that is a mix of things, okay? Because the thing with market Cipher is it's a great indicator, but it works until it doesn't. And it works when you're at a key zone. Like, this is a key zone, which you would have learned from my bootcamp. And so if you see what you want to see based on market Cipher while you're within a key zone, then you'll have more confidence. But it's really a collection of all of them together. Like, everything I do on a daily basis is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Guys, go drop a star eye emoji on that video for a chance to win the bootcamp. We're going to do the bootcamp giveaway here in 4 minutes. Okay, let's see how many comments we got. We got some comments here. Nice. 48 comments. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing my knowledge. No worries, bro. And by the way, guys, listen, I'm not the only, like, I'm not saying my way is the only right way. Like, everyone has different ways of trading. So if you guys like the way that I trade, then, you know, stick around. If you think I'm materialistic or superficial, go get a job at fucking McDonald's, because that's where you belong. If y'all know the movie, oh, baby, the greatest movie of all time. Rendell says, good luck, everyone. Hope you all win. Momentum wave animations are just MACD intervals multiplied by MACD, whatever. I don't know what it is. I have never traded without market Cipher B. Never. I've never used the MACD. I've never used the RSI. I've literally only ever used the market Cipher. So look, guys, right now, I'll tell you this. Right now, locally, on the 2, we got money flow coming up. We have the nice retracement back into our order block zone, into the point of control. So it's looking, right now, it is looking, just on the 2 alone, like this might hold. Let's come on the 1. 1 minute money flow. Not only do we have, sorry, not money flow. 1 minute, we have hidden bullish divergences right at the very low of an order block. So let's just assume you took this trade, right? You're already up $100 just based on being able to identify the zones. Now, I'm not going to take the trade because I'm not really interested in any positions until we flip like bigger market structure. I'm not scalp, like I do scalp all the time, but it's hard for me to scalp. It is very difficult for me to scalp while I'm streaming. Cheers for the life story, bro. I meant with you trading. When did it click? Yeah, man, that's when it clicked. Like when I decided that, well, I lost. I decided that I wanted to learn. I started, I decided I wanted to learn. And I just practiced, and then eventually it clicked in. Like anything, man. If you start playing tennis today, you're gonna suck at tennis until it clicks. There's no secret formula, guys. It is consistency. It's like the gym. Listen, I gym every day and I eat healthy every day. It builds discipline. Trading is discipline. You guys want to get better at trading? Get in the gym. You guys want to get better at the gym? Start trading. I believe they go hand in hand, honestly. Do I scalp altcoins? Not really. I don't like scalping alts. I don't like it. Bitcoin is a lot more consistent. And we're not here to gamble. We are here to win consistently. All right, what are we at? So look, we're bouncing off of our zone, and market Cipher B looked pretty good while we were at this zone. Now remember, we could come down to this one. So you find your zone, and then you look at market Cipher when you're at your zone, and then you take the trade. And if you lose, then you lose. Right? If this comes up a little bit and then dies off, then that's what it did. You know, it's all probabilities. All right, how many comments are we at? What are we? 1 more minute. How many comments? We have 68 comments. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gio's ego is 6'2". Guys, in case you don't know, I'm 5'2" and 3/4. Like dead ass. I'm a small guy. It's better to practice with small amounts. So I don't trade really spot. I don't really trade spot. This is what I suggest, okay? I'll reply to this, and then I will reply to this, and then I will and then I'll do the giveaway, okay? I don't trade spot. If you're gonna leverage trade, then I don't think you should trade with spot. I think you should trade it with leverage. But this is what I suggest. And my very first reel ever, I think, or one of them, my YouTube short, was to trade with a small position size and then just add zeros to your content mentally. Okay, so let's just say you're normally okay with losing $100, let's just say, and you're still learning. Trade with $1, and then if you're up 50 cents, know that you would be up $50. But follow your percentages. Follow, and when you're down like 60% in a position, be like, damn, I would be down $60 right now. What went wrong? And then learn. And then you only lost 60 cents, right? And the reason why this is better to do is because you get a feel for where your invalidation should have been versus where you thought it was. you get a feel for how much leverage you should be using versus how much you did use, you know? Douglas says, bought Market Cipher 3 years ago. Wasn't successful trading until you followed my teachings. Well, thank you, Douglas. I very much appreciate it. I put 3 years into this indicator, man. Okay, guys, bootcamp giveaway. Let's go. Let's refresh this. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. Comment picker. Guys, good luck, man. I wish everybody could win it. But listen, if you don't win this time, then every 100 likes I get this week, we're doing another giveaway. So, good luck. Congratulations, Raf 1932. I don't know if you were born in 1932, but shouts out to you, Raf. You are the winner of the bootcamp giveaway. Okay, congratulations, Raf. I need you to come over to the YouTube screen that you liked. Click on the top right here. Take a screenshot of this. Make sure that you liked the video and that is in your screenshot. Head over to the Discord and DM one of my moderators, okay? They will get you sorted. Let them know which boot camp you like, which one you want. Congratulations, guys. If you did not win, we have many other giveaways coming this week. Once again, the reminder is every 100 likes, we're doing a giveaway. So, Doctor says, will you ever win? Get the likes up, man, and you might. Get the likes up and you might. Guys, who is here for the first time? Who's new here? If this is your first time here, let me know. Let me know. So Bitcoin right now is bouncing right off of the order block. Interesting. Is this a cheat sheet entry? Let's see. Arguable cheat sheet entry here. Eric says he wins boot camps as often as he wins trades. One day, bro, it's coming. And the boot camp is going to help you win more trades. Eric, man, listen. If you win, the day that you win, I'm going to be so happy, bro. I'm going to be so happy for you. I hope you win. I hope you do. Ooh. Who am I to disappear? Eric, second time. Ultimate Travel Guide is here for the first time. Doctor is here for the first time. Is it? Third here for Valerian. Made of this. Okay. I know. I feel like he's lying too. This is your first time here and you still haven't won. King D. It's not your first time. Made of this. Who am I to disappear? Travel the world over 7 seas. Gio, you're a virgin. You deserve a win. It's your first time. Y'all are funny. How many people we got in chat right now? 170 people, man. That's crazy. I remember when we started the streams, like 15 people. Okay, guys, let's talk about Ethereum real quick, man. Let's talk about Ethereum real quick. So Ethereum, in the Discord this morning, in the VIP Discord, which, by the way, guys, if you want to sign up for my VIP Discord, where I give you guys levels in advance, I give you guys like 10 updates a day. I tell you what Market Cipher is doing. I show you guys. I give video updates as well. I tell you guys things like the thicker the money flow. Yesterday, right, when we already dumped and we were at 40K, we were kind of ranging there. I said, I mean, I still think we might go lower, but I give you guys a bunch of updates. Head over to wap.com/trader-geo. The link is in the description down below, and you can sign up to the VIP Discord. Okay, so Ethereum came down, hit a nice SFP, tapped into a wick-based demand zone. Okay, wick-based demand. Not my favorite kind of demand. nonetheless, it is still demand. And, you know, we have obviously, look at this, 1 hour vectors that we can come and recover. So what can we expect? And I kind of expect the same thing to happen on Bitcoin as well, which I already said. But we are essentially forming a range, okay? We're essentially forming a range. And I do believe that we can have a pretty significant move back to the upside, just like Bitcoin. Now, the thing with your altcoins, guys, the thing with your alts are... the thing about your altcoins are, remember, I say this all the time, your alts are going to follow Bitcoin. But let's look at how, like, Bitcoin looks a lot different. Actually, not really locally, but look at Ethereum. Look at this liquidity curve that we have here, okay? There is a lot of money above these highs, okay? A lot of money above these highs. And so if this is our, at least, local Ethereum low, which it might be, based on the fact that we have a significant momentum wave here, which again, you guys will learn in the next video, we could have a pretty decent move to the upside. But more importantly than that, I want to talk about the macro look of Ethereum, okay? Because Ethereum does not at all look like Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it's topped out. Bitcoin is looking like it's starting to curve to the downside. Ethereum, however, we already know, and we've already talked about how Ethereum has lagged pretty extensively behind Bitcoin, okay? It has lagged behind Bitcoin. Excuse me, I haven't done much TA on Ethereum lately, but it's lagged. Where's my order blocks? That's what I need, okay? We lagged pretty substantially behind Bitcoin. And what happens usually? Bitcoin runs and then Ethereum runs. Ethereum never really had its run up the way that Bitcoin did. I'm not, like, it did. I'm not saying it didn't, right? It did have a run up, but not really the way that Bitcoin did, or at least it didn't feel as such. And currently, alternatively to Bitcoin, Ethereum actually did sweep liquidity. I believe that this year Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin, and I believe that it's starting as soon as now. I've been targeting this daily order block here up at 27.6 for quite some time. And if you were in Jay's live stream, when I went on live with Jay, I was saying, bro, do you think that we could hit 28? And he's like, yeah. And I was targeting it for a reason. I also believe that we could see a 3.5K ETH as well. Now, what do I always say? When you are trading Ethereum, when you are trading Solana, when you are trading Dogecoin, Cardano, AVAX, Caspa, Litecoin, any altcoin, you need to pay attention to what Bitcoin is doing, okay? Objectively, the daily time frame on Solana or on Ethereum does not look good, right? It does not look good. However, the difference is if Bitcoin starts to range and starts to do nothing and starts to go sideways, Ethereum lately has been decoupling, I guess is the right word, from Bitcoin, in a sense that if Bitcoin goes down 1%, 2%, Ethereum has been going up 4 or 5%. And the reason why is because Ethereum's been lagging behind. So I do believe it's important to pay attention to Ethereum. I am going to start putting emphasis on Ethereum because I think Ethereum can very easily make its way up to this zone, especially if Bitcoin does not shit the bed. If Bitcoin starts to range here, remember, we're still kind of in our range. Yeah, we broke to the downside and we confirmed to the downside. But if we come back up, all we're going to do on Bitcoin is extend our range, right? This is our macro range. All we're going to do is extend it. We're just going to move it down like this and say we're in a bigger range if we come back up. And so if that happens and Bitcoin is considered still ranging, I do believe it's important to pay attention to Ethereum. What order block indicator do I use? I do not use an order block indicator. I do it manually. ETH is primed, bro. Yeah. I think Ethereum is going to give us a really good opportunity this year. It's always going to be your first day until you get the giveaway. Yo, shouts out Dice, man. Dice changed his username so that I remember how to say his name. Shouts out Dice. Then confirm his doctor's first time, seeing that it's your first time too. That's funny, man. That's funny. Yo, listen, I used to produce. I hate producing, bro. I hate it. It's so tedious. So I will say this, like, I've always wanted to be a singer. I've always, like, you know, I've always been into music. and I have my own songs written, and maybe I will start like recording, and I will get a producer, and I will do that. Like, how sick would my intro music be if it was like my own? It would be so sick. That's the answer, is it would be super sick. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Let me take you dancing. All right, let's turn it up right now. Wow, I said turn it up and the thing is literally muted. If you know what I mean, let me take you dancing. You're a good singer, thank you. You want me to do a rap? Okay, listen, I believe being a rapper is like the second easiest job in the world after being a woman. And I have a rap to Gold Digger. She take my money when I'm in need. I have a rap for it. Maybe I'll show you guys later. When party. Y'all want to hit the party? Y'all want to hit the party? Let's hit the party. Cause I got high hopes for a living. Shooting for a star. Only got high. All right, guys, listen, I need your help, man. I need your help. Listen, you already know, man. You already know, okay? You already know. Hit the likes if you haven't done so. If we get to 200 likes, we're going to do another bootcamp giveaway. If I have helped you make money, if I've helped your life in any way, if I provided you value in any way, free or paid, if I've made you have a better mindset, if I've made you go to the gym, if I've made you think differently, if I've taught you about vector candles, I taught you about market cipher, I taught you about this, I taught you about that, if I've made your life better in any way whatsoever, I need your help. Let's show the new people that are in here the value that I provide. Let's get those money bags in the chat right now. Let's get those money bags, baby. Money bags, money bags, money bags. Money. Don't take my word for it, guys. Listen to the people. If I've helped your life better, make a bit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm trying to say, baby. Let's get money. Let's go. Money bags, money bags, money bags. Money.
Let's get money, motherfucker, get money. Let's get me, motherfucker, get money.
Money bags, money bags, money bags, money bags, money bags.
Money. Let's get money, motherfucker, get money.
By the way, guys, while we're here, let me just say, all content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Gio's an incompetent 5'2" and 3/4" wannabe singer. Definitely not a financial advisor. Crypto's a scam. Making money online is impossible. Justin Trudeau is a virgin. Perma bills are liberals. Always do your own research. By the way, cats are snakes with fur. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, man, let's see what's going on here. Let's come back to BTCZ. Money, 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 money.
get money. Let's get money.
Motherfucker,
Let's get money. Let's get money.
This guy's dropping. This guy's dropping. Dice is dropping foreign currency. Let's get Forex, motherfucker, get Forex. Geo man, when I saw you live streaming, I decided to stop my uni exam studying session. Bro, go study, Lauren. Geo, I said I was gonna TP include egotistic. What? Sing Tennessee whiskey. With a fries of brandy. I don't know the words. I know chicken fried more. You know, well, I'm a chicken fry. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. In my radio. Let me take you dancing. Yo is a Biden lover. Yo, this joke needs to stop, man. Y'all need to quit with this joke. Your ADHD brother. Oof. Bro, you saw my ADHD last night at 3 a.m. with that update. I'm like, what was I talking about? Okay, guys, listen. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Your boy is tired, man. I don't think we're going to get to 200 today. Because I think that we're going to get off soon. And by we, I mean me. I got a lot of work to do. Let's bring back the Harlem Shake. Yo, that was 10 years ago. 11 years ago. 12 years ago. The voice of an angel. Thank you. Thank you. Breaks are needed. Yeah. Gio, can you ask me a serious question? Yes, you can, Blaze. We'll have $450 in and out. Something just like this. YouTube nostalgia. Trump 2024. I agree with that. Blaze, I'm waiting for your question, bruv, before I go. Before I go. Why do I love Biden so much? That was my serious question. Dude, I'm not even in the US. Oh, where she wanna go? I wanna with some superhuman kid. I just need somebody to love. Whoa. Okay, guys, listen. We're bouncing off of this order block, man. We're bouncing off of this order block right now. Like we said so. Gio, you drew 2 order blocks. How was I supposed to know? Market Cipher, bro. Joe might not love Biden, but Biden loves Gio because he's short. Does Biden like short people? Is that how it goes? I actually genuinely don't know. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something. I want. Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Oh, wait. Yeah. Y'all should be able to hear me right now, right? Y'all can hear me? Super Bobbiness. Canadians do want Trump. Yep, I do. Love you, bro. You a legend. You a legend harder, Blaze. I need to know if y'all can hear me right now. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. I want something. I want something. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just Take a guess, bro. Take a guess. Oh, I want something just like this. Woo. I want some. So yo, I have a. You guys are gonna hear the echo for a little bit. I have a rap to Gold Digger, but I can't like play it because it's copyrighted. But I'll sing it. I'll rap it if you guys want it. Man, Bitcoin is bouncing off this order block, guys. I told you. I told you so. And if it wasn't, then I wouldn't say I told you so. But because it is, I'm gonna say I told you so. Because hindsight is 20/20, baby. Oh, I want something just like this. Nice voice. Thank you, man. My nationality is Oompa Loompa. Guys, I added a 5'2" and 3/4 sticker in the Discord, okay? I also added a fuck Asia in the Discord as well, because both of these two things are very true. I got my, okay, ready? Let me hit it, okay? Just pretend like there's like a beat in the back, okay? Pretend the 808 and pretend the, she take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger, way over time. That digs on, sheets. Okay, ready? Hold on, let me pull up the lyrics. Man, I wrote this, I'm not even joking, in like 7 minutes. Hold on. Let me do this for you guys. Do you guys like the echo? Under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh. Under my umbrella. Oh, I also have one for that one song by Russ. It goes, I know I'm fine, but the money make me handsomer. Turning up the city like LeBron as a Cavalier. I'm born for greatness. I respect the hustle. Was asked to be a feature, but I'm the main like Russell, and I deserve the best. No settling for less. The day that I die is the day that I rest. I know I'm fine. I could be a rapper. Hold on, let me get that. She chasing that green. All right, ready? So think of this like that. She take my money while I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger, way over time. That digs on, pretend, and then it goes, she got a mind on my money on her mind. She's chasing that green like it's hard to find. She got a passion for the cash, a love for the wealth, and she one hella bad bitch, but can make it all melt, ayy. And she just don't know how to stop. She's swiping that card all around the clock. She making that bag without working for it, so she buying everything with Birkin on it, and she hungry for life, the finer things. She always on the hunt for what money brings, a desire for the flash and all the fame kings. And she'll do what it takes to get the right size ring, cause she only got one thing on her mind. She's telling me that she's one of a kind. I'm like, another you really ain't hard to find. Trying to pull a fast one, bitch, I ain't blind. I'm out of breath, man. I need water, bro. Woo! You cannot support somebody who is a racist. Are you talking about Trump? 4-hour signal line crosses above the 0 line. There will be major bull divs. Okay, let's dump the echo. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I had a little moment, all right? I'm sorry. I apologize. I needed that. That was for me. I needed to do that. Heads will roll. Okay. How do I feel about crypto banter? No comment. No comment. Heads will roll. No comment, bro. I don't watch them enough, but I used to watch them and then now I don't. Let's just say that. Heads will roll. So remember, guys, listen, I'm gonna go. But remember this. Remember this. We are in a macro. This is our macro range, and we did break to the downside. Now, if we get brought back up, all we do is extend the macro range down, and we're still in our macro range. Okay? So We need to be paying attention. We need to be looking for some upside. And we need to just play the range, guys. Just play the range. Every long you can, take it. And hold it, because you don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know what's going to happen. Right? Neither of us know what's going to happen. Guys, thank you very much for an amazing stream as always. Tomorrow we will be back at it. Where are the vector candles? Make nice. Come to your indicators here on the top and type traders reality. Okay? Type traders reality. In addition to that, come to the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Come to the Discord and come to trading resources and click here for my settings. Okay? I need to update it. I did change a little bit of my settings, but it's going to look very messy at first. But here, traders reality main. It's going to look very, very messy at first. Guys, Bitcoin is bouncing from our order block, baby. If I have helped provide you value, I appreciate y'all. Let's get the fire emojis in the chat. I will see you guys next time, guys. Thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Happy trading.
Set my heart on fire.